Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Office Blow Daz.
I'm Gaynor.
Here we are, two of us here today. If Patreon's your thing, check out the link in the description below. Loads and loads of stuff on there. It's not just $3 a month, helps support the channel. We've got some new stuff as well, which you can vote on what we watch next. It's looking for watch-alongs to, at the moment, Schitt's Creek and what was the other one we did? Brooklyn Nine-Nine, which I thought was very funny. Yeah. So if it's your thing, check it out and let us know.
Yep.
This is a food one, behind the scenes at New York City's busiest bakery. Bakeries start like middle of the night, don't they? Okay. Got to give it to them for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Getting up at that early to make all your breakfast and all that kind of stuff. You know, nice fresh stuff. Yeah. Let's get into it, see what goes into it.
This whole process was a huge pain in the ass, but it's so worth it. It's 5:30 now. We're opening in 2 hours at 7:30. This is our maple sausage
middle of the night.
We get sage maple breakfast sausage made for us. Once I have all these gaps filled, we're gonna roll it up and then cut it. Like the traditional spiral shape, I honestly think it's one of the hardest shapes because when you're moving the dough around and there's a tendency to stretch the dough, and when that happens, that means like you're gonna have inconsistent sizes. We're egg washing and it gets topped with lots of fresh sage that we then crispy in the oven. And then when it comes out of the oven, we're gonna brush with maple syrup. It's just like the perfect salty sweet bite. The like epitome of your brunch plate.
That is proper brunch, that, isn't it? Brooklyn.
Baker's
expect it to be
5
Manhattan.
a.m., and then it's just like hit the ground running to get, I don't know, a dozen different pastries finished and baked off. It's a push, but it's fun. Making sure we're clean and organized and ready for usually the line that has been forming earlier and earlier every day.
Whoa,
so we're filling our apple brown butter croissants. Apple croissant is our seasonal croissant right now. We'd make like a very dark brown butter custard, and then we top with thinly sliced apples. Before we even opened radio, we knew that we wanted to do very distinct seasonal special croissants. The seasonal pastries are extremely popular. I guess you could say like limited time, or like people just love something that is very in season. Most bakeries finish their pastries with a store-bought deposit, which is water and pectin typically, but we make our own. It seals in, make sure the apples aren't dry, and makes it taste like fresh apple, like right off the tree. So we're opening in 5 minutes. It's go time. We have people starting to line up outside. It's about to get real busy real quick. Typically, on any given day, we're mixing 12 pitons worth of croissant dough. So this is our pre-ferment. This is gonna give it a lot of flavor. And then she's also gonna put in our croissant trimmings, yeast, milk. There's a lot of ice in here because it's a fairly long mix, and we really wanna make sure that this dough stays cold. Maybe the most important part of this croissant dough is we use Small Valley milling bread flour. The special patent flour is necessary because it's high protein, and that's what gives the croissant its big burst in the oven.
Kelly's busy with something, so I'm stepping in with croissant dough with Valerie. So we're weighing out 5.4 kilo pieces. We're just gonna try to shape these into like kind of a rectangular log.
Mad what goes into stuff like this.
Valorie's gonna press them down.
Only took about a palmful off of it. I'm like, does it really matter?
I guess it does though, because you're getting the value. It's the value of what you're paying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They weighed it to max out to what the value is of what they're selling it for to make a profit.
Yeah.
So if you've got an extra kilo on there or whatever it may be, or an extra, half a kilo, then that might be your profit.
And roll them out and get them on sheet trays. We want it to be nice and flat and even for the laminator.
It's good for your
Jackie, my head baker, been with me since Rolo's. She's like the yin to my yang. I went to pastry school, but I wanted to be pushed harder, and so I transitioned over to cooking. I ended up moving to New York, and with one restaurant in mind, Gramercy Tavern, got the job. I worked there for a little bit over 2 years on the line, not pastry, and then I kind of had like a moment where I was a little bit lost, and I knew I wanted to go back to pastry, but I didn't know how. Howard and Rafiq were opening a restaurant called Rolo's, and everyone at Gramercy knew about it. I reached out to Howard and I was like, do you guys need a pastry chef? He brought me in to talk. They had no idea that I could do pastry, and they kind of took a gamble on me and hired me to be the pastry chef of Rolo's, and it blew up, and I loved it. I remember sitting in the car with Rafiq and him turning to me and being like, do you want to open a bakery with us? And I like remember shaking him and being like, I'm gonna own a bakery in New York City. It was never our intention to be a hype bakery or what we are now. I'm just making things that I want to eat, you know? From that point on, it was like hit the ground.
Was that onions?
It looked like apple to me, or pear or something, like a fruit. But it's I love it when chefs, when they say, I want to make things that I want to eat.
Yeah.
So many times you go into restaurants nowadays or wherever, or bakeries or whatever, and they make what they think the trend is.
Yeah.
And they go with the trend.
Yeah, a little,
and I'm like,
everything with foam on it.
yeah, I'm just like, don't know. It's like go back to your basics of what you were about originally. You know, cook what everyone's going to eat, sort of thing. And it's sometimes I pick stuff up and I go, if that just had the sausage in it instead of all the other shit that was in it, the matcha or whatever's in it, I'm like, I don't want it now.
Yeah,
I would have bought it otherwise. But it's they're adding too many. It's going a bit fanciful sometimes. Where if you keep it simple, like she's doing here, that's what it is.
Running. We're gonna start laminating croissants. So we get this butter from France. It's high in fat, and it's also really dry, which helps define the layers.
I didn't know that's how you made them.
It's really important that the butter and the dough are the same temperature. If the butter is too cold, it'll crack. If it's too warm, it'll melt out. Every bakery gets offcuts, which is these, and we save them and age them. And that's what we use as a pre-ferment in our croissant dough. The offcuts of like our round croissants, those get turned into cinnamon rolls. Okay, so that's it. That's my first block. They're all going in the freezer. They'll relax for about an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours, and then we will shape them as the day goes on. So it's a little after 10. It looks like we're about to be sold out of lunch focaccias, which is not ideal. Sandwich team is in full-blown sandwich mode.
Normally I can be waiting in line for up to an hour and a half.
What?
I would say that in the past I've been in line for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, maybe like half an hour sometimes if I really want that croissant.
We have told people
That's a
that,
wait,
if you want this pastry, be here at 7:30 so you won't be disappointed.
I heard about Radio Bakery through my girlfriend, and she told me that she found it on TikTok.
Yeah, so I never expected us to become viral. If I had to choose one pastry that probably really blew us up, it would probably be the tomato croissant that we made this summer. People are still asking if we have the tomato croissant, and sadly, you know, it's a seasonal special, and so hopefully we'll have it next year.
I'd have a go at that. Looks
I mean,
like
we
onion,
opened
that.
this bakery with
That
like
looks
a
like
team of less
onions
than 10
today.
people last year. We just like continually keep getting busier.
Do you want any pastries today?
Yeah. Val is getting started on our focaccia mix. This is the focaccia that I was making when we first opened Rolo's. We use the same dough for the Strato and the focaccia because one, it's such a small space, and this dough is just like delicious. When we move to open the new radio on Underhill, Jackie will be taking over here. Big Mama in the house. So apple, morning bun, sausage, croissant. Okay, Jackie is about to get focaccias in the oven.
So I'm just popping these bubbles. I dock them so that they don't rise up and like have tons of air in them. And then I'm going in the oven. It's gonna be 550 degrees. It's really, really hot. It'll give it a nice crispy exterior and like a really
I would have no
soft,
idea how I made
chewy
that.
inside, which is ideal for focaccias.
People are always asking us like, why can't you just make more? It's because everything takes 3 days to make. What we're baking today was made yesterday. It needs, 4 hours to prove. We want things to be tasty. Tasty things require a little tender loving care, and you can't rush those things. It's a little after 11 when we're gonna start shaping. So first we're gonna start shaping our classic croissant. I'm gonna have Haley hop in now. She's like the
Non-stop,
master at
innit?
cutting
Yeah.
croissants, way better than me. The dough, when you sheet it out, is different every day. So that is why we weigh these every single time to make sure everything is consistent. Every single baker I know shapes croissants a different way. Ours is just a very simple, we go for 7 humps. The ears we like with like a little curl. We call it ears up. Zoe and Amanda are the most consistent, amazing croissant shapers
That's
here.
how they
and
normally
now
look, innit,
here
croissant?
too. That just goes to show that if my team can do it better than me, then that's exactly what I want. A croissant should also have like a perfect honeycomb. Honeycomb is when you cut into a croissant, you'll see all
that
the
looks
layers.
real, that.
It literally looks like a honeycomb. And that shows that it was laminated with skill and confidence, which is what every baker strives to do. Oh, it's a good croissant. Nice job, guys. This is gonna be our morning bun. Our Earl Grey morning bun, the idea came when we were doing pop-ups through Rolo's before radio opened. So I was testing everything at Rolo's and I wanted to do something with tea, and it was delicious. Morning buns get a nice amount of butter and then a good amount of Earl sugar. And we grind it with a little bit more lemon zest. We get really good Earl Grey tea from Serendipity Tea. I tell families
Wow.
all the
Who'd have
time
thought of that, would you?
to buy this for the kids. I'm like, it has caffeine in it. So prepare yourself. If these are rolled too tight, the inside, the little belly button is gonna spiral out too much. If they're rolled too loose, they don't really stay together. I think we make over 600 of these a week. This could never go off the menu. I think people would riot. This is like beautiful. It's exactly what we're looking for. You can see the lamination, you
Yeah.
can see a nice amount of sugar, and they look very happy. So we're gonna tray these up and freeze them for tomorrow. I am testing our Queen-Amon, which has been my dream for going on 3 years now. We're gonna use a little bit of flour and start our first fold. I lived in Napa and then San Francisco for a little bit, and there's this bakery there called B Patisserie, and they're known for their Queen-Amon. And I
Never
had
heard of
the
it.
No, I've
Queen-Amon. I swear to God, it was life-changing. The process can take months or years. Me or someone on my team is constantly R&Ding. The Queen-Amon I'm still testing after literally 3 years because I just can't get it right. We are just so specific and anal about making sure that
The passion she's
everything
got
that
for
we
this.
make is the best version that it could be. So on my last 2 folds, I'm gonna add my sugar, and I made a mix of soba cha tea, maple sugar, and a little bit of salt. My dough feels nice and strong. Pretty good so far. When we shape croissants and any of our other viennoiserie, we laminate, and then it needs to rest for at least an hour to let the gluten relax. But Queen-Amon, since the dough is so lean, it's gonna come really syrupy. We're gonna shape it right now and proof it right now. A month ago, I was so close to like unlocking this and getting it right, and then I just had to take a step back. But I know it when I see it, or like when I taste it. And so today,
Never even seen that.
hopefully, it's like the almost winning Queen-Amon. These are gonna rest. I mean, aside from like recipe testing, we are constantly checking in on our pastries and making sure that are they executed to their best potential. That's pretty good. Even our morning buns have also been on the menu since before we opened. But just last week, we put a little bit more butter in the molds and we added more sugar, and like they're better than they were a month ago. And I think that is so important, that it's not just
New and
always about
improved.
like looking ahead at the next best thing. It's also about checking to make sure that the staples, what we're selling every day, are staying true to themselves. So it's about 2:15. We're completely sold out of everything except for one single loaf of bread, but we're gonna close up shop so that we can clean up and get some staff out of here earlier. We are at 186 Underhill Ave, the new Radio Bakery in Prospect Heights. So as you come into the bakery, you'll be able to see people shaping, dividing dough right here. As we go down, there's gonna be tables here for people baking. This is the rotating oven, so pastries will be coming out of here. This is the double proofer retarder. Sandwich station gets their own big table, and then right next to sandwich station, this is gonna be the sheeter and like lamination station. It's tight, but
I'd say it looks
as
tight.
efficient as we could possibly make it. Early on, when we saw how successful radio was, it must have been like less than 6 months in. I don't even know if it was a discussion. It was just like, we're gonna open a second one, right? The menu is gonna be similar but different. Probably some of the same staple items. I do wanna have like unique items at each location, and that's where the Queen comes into play. I really wanna have a Queen over there. Sandwiches might be a little bit different. It'll scratch that itch of what radio in Greenpoint is. We saw the potential for what radio is, and not just as like a money machine, but as a place for me to teach and inspire and grow
Nice.
staff. Radio just keeps growing, and with that comes the want and the need to train people and to grow and mentor individuals. Pastry chefs are a dying breed. Restaurants can't afford pastry chefs. That is kind of like what radio was trying to do, is bring in people that want to learn, but also people that want to grow. There's a reason I love being on the line, because it's like that momentum that keeps you going. You get in like that trance of like dancing around each other and just like constantly pushing to do more, to be better. I love it. I wouldn't have it any other way.
I love her passion and commitment to that store there, and it goes to show as well with things like TikTok how it can push you
Oh yeah.
and make you get trended and sort of all of a sudden become very popular through that. But I think you deserve it when you put in that kind of effort in, sort of thing. If you work in that hard and you're grafting, and she's making sure everything's pretty much perfect before it goes out. And the sort of person there, just looking at the way it is, they won't just serve up any shit. They'll make sure that's got to be right, and if it's not, in the bin, start again.
Well, it just proves it. Nothing by 2 o'clock.
I know, right?
One
I know.
loaf of bread.
I know, one loaf of bread. Yeah, it's it must be at 7:30 in the morning. It's opening. People are in there at 5.
Yeah.
And all sort of like prepping and getting everything ready, and it's the queues already forming.
I know.
I love that. Love stories like that. It's absolutely mint.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Cheers.